if you follow science on this, the people who are working on, their relationship with themselves and keeping their word to themselves are the people that not only are more successful at maintaining the health behaviors that they're trying to, that lead to a longer, higher quality life.
Hi, welcome to the Judy Terrell Show, where I explore topics intended to optimize every body 50, 60, 70, and above.
Hi, everybody. In today's podcast, I want to talk to you about motivation. So many of the clients I work with tell me that, motivation, they start out really strong and they can follow a program for 2 weeks and then they lose their motivation. Or they'll say something like, I just didn't feel like doing it today. Or I was really tired and I'm going to start it on Monday. I'll restart on Monday. Or, right now it's December and people are saying to me, it's the holiday season, so I'm going to wait to start my eating plan in January. I'm just not motivated right now. So I'm going to talk about motivation and why it is not the, method that you want to use for making behavior changes for your lifestyle. Right? Motivation depends on how you're feeling in the moment. And, we all know from a day-to-day basis, any given moment in any given day, something stresses you out. You're tired. You didn't sleep well. You're getting upset about something from work. Something's going on with your family and you don't feel like doing your exercise. You don't feel like cooking food that's going to keep you on your plan. You don't feel like going to bed early to get better sleep, and you start scrolling through your phone on social media because you don't feel like doing it. So I'm just going to throw myself under the bus right now. As a 62-year-old coach and athlete, Ironman level, every single day I work out. And at 62 years old, I will tell you right now, there isn't one day that as I'm getting ready to do my workout that I say to myself, yeah, I'm really motivated to do this. Like, honestly, I don't think there's any day I say that because motivation isn't what is underlying my behavior. I want to talk, as a replacement for motivation, the idea of commitment and keeping your word to yourself. All right. Every day that I work out, every day that I, eat in alignment with how I think is the best way for me to fuel my body, I am operating out of not motivation in the moment, but keeping my word to myself and keeping my eye on the longer term, bigger goal of wanting to feel good in my body every single day, every single moment that I'm alive right now, and also for, the long game, the future me in 20 years, right? So, most of the clients, when I talk about this, they'll say, because they're reflecting on what I'm saying, and they'll say, you're right. Like, I would hesitate to break my word to a family member or my spouse or a coworker or a friend. And yet I watch myself, as I'm reflecting on this, I recognize that I break my word to myself like very, very frequently.
When you have tried all the programs and done all the right things, and yet you still can't lose the weight that you're trying to lose, and you're a male or female over 50, now is the time for you to look into my program, Your Second 50.life. It includes online video support. You can download video and PDFs for an eating plan and exercise plan appropriate for over 50. It includes group support on a monthly basis, and perhaps even more importantly, it includes weekly individualized coaching specific to you. Having the generalized plan is a good thing. I have helped literally thousands of people to lose weight over the 43 years I've been in practice, and I'd like to help you too.
All right, so that's what you really want to focus in on. So if you are somebody who wants to really, make changes, you want to make a commitment to working out on a regular basis. You want to make a commitment to eating more healthfully for you. You want to make a commitment to, get the 7 to 9 hours of sleep and stop going to bed so late, as 3 very common examples. I'm going to challenge you or coach you, let's say, to pick one behavior and then say to yourself, I am the type of person that keeps my commitments to myself. I am committing to walking before work every morning. I am committing to track my food to stay to my meal plan. I am going to make the commitment to myself and then choose one of the behaviors that you want to focus in on and then focus in on that one for a week. All right? Keeping your word to yourself is so important. Because what we do with ourselves, our relationship with ourselves, honestly, is our template for how we show up in the world for other people, for our work. And if you are somebody who's repeatedly, breaking your own word to yourself on an unconscious, like under the scenes, energetic level, you kind of know that, and it's not operating from a place of integrity. All right. So if you are constantly breaking your word to yourself, I can tell you, you're probably not feeling that good about yourself. And then you're going to turn to other behaviors like consumption, eating things that are more pleasurable and hedonistic, sitting and watching TV versus getting up to do your workout. You're going to turn to things that are going to kind of soothe and lick your own emotional, negativity about yourself. And that will serve you for a moment, but it doesn't help you to, get at the root cause and, feel better about yourself in the long run and at the deepest level. So, recognizing, are you somebody who keeps your word to yourself? And if you say to yourself you're not, do you want to be? Do you want to be somebody who keeps your word to yourself? Then that's what you want to use as your operating system when it comes to your lifestyle behaviors, when it comes to your health and your fitness and your weight management. And you say, I am the kind of person who now keeps my word to myself versus I don't feel like, or I feel like doing my workout today, right? Really critical difference. And, if you follow science on this, the people who are working on, their relationship with themselves and keeping their word to themselves are the people that not only are more successful at maintaining the health behaviors that they're trying to, that lead to a longer, higher quality life, but they are also the kind of people that other people want to be around. All right. So if you are somebody who wants to keep your word to yourself, but you still recognize that it's, and I do this too, it's also very helpful to kind of get out of your own way and build into your day-to-day life methods for helping you to keep your word to yourself, then I encourage you to check out my Your Second 50.life program, because it's a growing community of people who are like-minded, who know that they want to care for themselves in the moment and in the long run, and having support for that, having support for keeping your own word to yourself and keeping your commitments is very, very helpful. All right, buddy. See you soon on another video. And if you'd like to have access to some of my additional resources, I can be found at Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and on my website, www.judyterrell.com.